All right. Hi, guys. You are watching and listening to the Crockin Moms Talk Show. And I'm your host, Lisa Marie. And we also have today here Levi. He literally woke up during the countdown. And my other one is finally taking a nap. So we're here to cook with you today. And we have an amazing guest. Oh, my goodness. What better way for Levi to wake up, because we have an amazing author today on. Her name is Jenny Rook, and we're going to be having her on any minute. I just want to go over today what I'm cooking. So St. Patrick's Day is coming up. Got my green. We got some St. Patrick's Day parties. We have, just fun end of the year spring parties coming up, and also Easter time. So what better way to enjoy a party is to bring amazing food to your parties, or, when you're hosting a party, to have all these amazing dips. And something I love, like a twist. Today, I'm going to make a spinach and artichoke dip, but I'm going to have a little twist to it. I'm going to add chicken. And if you don't like chicken, you could also add crab, which is so good, right? Yeah, this is Levi. He just turned 6 months, by the way. And guess what? My other kiddo on February 22nd, and Levi turned 6 months on February 22nd. And also our Owen, he turned 15 years old. So happy birthday, Owen. We love you so much. We're so proud of you. And we're also so proud of you too for growing so strong. So guys, let's first of all, I'm going to go over this recipe really quick, and then we're bringing Jenny Rook on, and I'm going to put Levi down in the bouncer, and he's going to watch me cook, because this is live in my house in Pittsburgh, PA, and that's what moms do, right? If your kid gets up, you got to go with it. So that's what we do. And I love my kids, and they're a part of my life. And that's what cooking should be. Your kids should be a part of cooking. And it's also fun to do with them. So get them involved. This one's starting at 6 months. I think he's actually been cooking with me since birth, but he can't taste it yet. All right, let's get into our recipe, because we have an awesome interview, and I want to get right to that too. So I'm making a chicken, spinach, and artichoke dip. And actually later, I might even just try it out with some different pastas, and I'll let you know how that goes. But right now, we'll just eat that with pita chips, okay? So let's go over the recipe. You're going to get 1 bag of frozen spinach. Now, you can use fresh spinach if you want, but we just had frozen today. And I see a lot of recipes that they use the frozen spinach. So just get a bag of that at the store. Then you're going to get a can or jar of spinach artichoke hearts. Drain them, and then you're going to just put them right here in a bowl. I got right here, and I'm actually going to cut these up a little bit more too, just to make them a little bit smaller. And then also you're going to get a block of cream cheese, and you're going to get a 16-ounce jar of sour cream, and also a bag of mozzarella cheese. If you have that Italian blend though, like the Asiago, the Romano, the Parmigiano, get it all. And also you're going to use some Parmesan too, garlic, salt, minced garlic. This kid is like pushing back. You know why? He loves the fan above me. He calls him Mr. Fan. Look how intense. That's why he's doing that. I love it. So believe me, I'm holding him right. He's just looking at his buddy. Okay, so also I want to tell you guys, we're going to use some salt. I have my Himalaya sea salt out, which is I'm loving. A lot of people are loving in their recipes, and I've tried it, and it's so good. A spoonful of garlic I'm putting in there, my minced garlic. And then what you're going to do is we're going to bring the author on. I'm going to cook live, and we're going to ask her some questions. So let's go. Look at Levi. He's ready to launch off. Okay, here we go. Let's bring my guest on today. We have author Jenny Rook. Hi, Jenny. How you doing?
Hi, Lisa. I'm just fine. And you look like you've got your hands full.
I do, right? I'm cooking. See, moms, we can do it. Just because you're a mom doesn't mean you can't cook. We're
I
here
know.
together. Doesn't
Yeah,
matter how many kids you got, or you don't have any kids at all. If you're here on this page, we're cooking together. So I'm
okay.
gonna go get my bouncer. If you see this. So Jenny, first of all, tell us what do you do? You're an author of so many books, but what book are we promoting today?
Well, I used to write fantasy and sort of science fiction and horror and things like that. And I had 11 novels published at that time. This was in the late 80s and 90s.
Okay.
And then I was with my second husband. I wasn't working and I wasn't making enough money from the writing. So I trained as a psychotherapist for children and their families and worked for the NHS for about 20 years doing
Yes,
that.
I saw that, and that's we actually have an NHS around here too. I mean, it's all around the world. And when I saw that you worked there, I'm like, oh my goodness! From having my master's degree in counseling, like I worked with so many people from NHS, and
Mm.
what you do is like that's huge, and it's really hard work. And for you to multitask all of that, I just give you props. You wrote so many amazing books. You're a mom. You take care of your mom. You're married.
Yeah, my mum's 94. Fortunately,
What?
she's staying with my daughter at the moment, so we've got a bit of time off. My
Oh,
daughter, you see, my daughter and my son are both in their 40s now. I'm
wow.
quite, I'm an old lady.
Well, you look very young, by the way. You do not look
Thank you
like you
so
have
much.
40-year-olds. I'm 40, so I can't even believe it. I mean, that's wild. You look great. And I'm sure everybody keeps you so youthful because your mind, I mean, oh my goodness, you're so sharp. And the books that you came out with, I know so many people are afraid. Sometimes I've heard over the years when they're writing a book to share their book afterward, to have their book criticized, and to even put one book out there. You know, it's a lot of work and publishing
Yeah,
and marketing. And
absolutely. But
yeah.
this book that I'm talking about now is completely different, actually. It's not fiction, or at least I don't
Oh,
think it's fiction.
okay.
It's
Well,
a
let's get into it.
very strange experience I had.
Okay.
Um, I'll try and be quick. But when I was 8 years old, I asked my dad, "Do you believe in God?" And he said, "No. No evidence, dear, no evidence at all." So I became a doctrinaire atheist, and I was for 50 years or so. And then one of my patients, when I was working for the NHS, suddenly changed from being really depressed and miserable and not looking after herself and self-harming and, in a real state.
Yes.
One day she walked in and she was clean, she was bright, she was jolly, she was different.
Oh,
So I said to her parents, "What happened?" And they said, "We went to a spiritual healer." And that's what's made the difference. And I've always been impelled by curiosity. So I thought, well, I'll have to try and find out about this. So I went to the local spiritualist church and watched mediums come and do their stuff. And I thought it'd be easy to see how they're fraudulent, because I'm an atheist and I didn't believe any of this stuff, but I
yes.
was interested. And so I asked them, I watched and I couldn't see how they did it. And then the spiritualist church ran development classes to learn to be a medium. So I went along. So I thought, I'll learn how they do it. Is it neuro-linguistic programming? Is it seeding things into their words, their vocabulary or whatever? And I
Yes.
went there and we all sat and meditated quietly for a bit. And then we asked the helpers to come and help us in this. And then we did it. And there was no fraudulence in it at all. And even I found myself being able to do it after a while. So
Wow.
this is in my very late 50s, early 60s. I'm suddenly thinking, atheism is not enough. It's not good enough. It won't work. And so I sort of went into it. I did past life and between lives hypnosis. I did the Course of Miracles. I did all sorts of, read all sorts of stuff. And then I came across Well, I sort of thought that if I really want to get somewhere like this, I'd found about enlightenment and awakening and things like that.
Yes.
You have to meditate for years like a Buddhist monk or go around the ashrams and things like that. And I'd never done any of that, and I'm too old to anyway. But the other way it seems that people get insights is through hallucinogenic drugs.
Wow.
So I went to a friend who put me in touch with a shaman who gave me a dose of 5-MeO DMT.
Wow.
Which is
At what age?
I was 62.
Wow. Okay.
He said,
Have you
I
ever
don't
done
usually get
experience
people of your
prior?
age. Love and joy.
Oh my goodness.
Just completely taking me over, completely wildly wonderful. And a voice in my mind saying, "You are in my heart."
Oh. Amen.
It was just extraordinary. It was I mean, I've had very happy times in my life. I've had children, I've had my books published, I've, been on lovely holidays, I've done all sorts of lovely things, but I've never known ecstasy like that.
Yes.
And
well, I think too, sometimes we block certain things in our brain, or, it's like, I see that a lot. I hear a lot of people doing these different types of therapies to awaken you. And I've heard of a lot of, like, just from doing therapy myself, having my master's degree in counseling and working with kids and adults and teenagers from 2 to 22, mostly I focused on, but then I also started working with adults later in my life. And I've been seeing and hearing a lot of success from others that have done exactly what you did. I mean, not the exact medicine or, maybe experience, but the experience, kind of the common denominator of finding like just an awakening and love and just this different type of joy. And I think it's just a way that you look at yourself too. You just see things so differently. And that's just a lot of courage for you to do. And I'm sure it was scary at first, or maybe even feeling like,
I've treated people who hear voices.
Yes.
But they've always been sort of very malign voices, kill yourself, cut yourself, do something horrible,
And those are the voices that we shouldn't be hearing, because our life is all about love and
But I got this one, it went on for about, it just kept on telling me stuff. And you are divine, it said. And I said, why me? And it said, you are everyone. It was just extraordinary. And in the end, not in the end, about 2 weeks later, I'm getting around to saying, well, who are you? What is this voice? Who are you? And it said, I am the sun. The sun in the sky. The sun.
Yeah.
And I said, well, how can you be? I just don't believe this. It's weird. And I thought to myself, if I pick up another poem, the next poem I read has got the sun in it, I'll believe this. And I was turning out the Sunday newspaper that day. And at the back of one of them, they always have a poem. So I read it, and it finished up with that old hymn, Glad That I Live Am I, which finishes with, after the sun, the rain, after the rain, the sun. This is the way of life until the work be done. And there it was. It's the sun. And it's just been extraordinary. It's been telling me all about our place in the universe, what the plan for humanity is, where we're going, what's going to happen. This is why I wrote a whole book about it, because there's so much information.
Yes.
It's been just extraordinary, Lisa. Honestly,
I'm so excited to read this. Like, remember, I said I have not got around to it yet, but I'm like so excited to read it. And
it's extraordinary. I said, why did you come to me? And it said, because you're an atheist, you won't be tempted to make a religion out of this.
Yes, exactly. And also you're a
writer. You've done your writing before, so you know how to write books.
Yes.
So there's that.
And you haven't tried any drugs prior. I mean, it's 64 years old. I mean, so it was like, I always feel like everything's meant to be, and your journey. I'm glad you pushed forward through everything, through all your writings now. And this book it needs to get out, and people need to see it. It's amazing. So it's had
wonderful reviews. It's doing quite well.
Yeah,
but, you can do better.
I've heard really great reviews already, like from big professionals, and I'm excited to promote the book. Let's get a quick picture of you. My producer's going to pop up a picture of you. And I think you're holding the book.
Yeah.
Yay! Yeah, let me check this out. I love the colors too. Like, is this kind of what you were seeing? I mean, this is so awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was lovely because I had a lot of input about choosing the cover and so on, and so I thought I wanted something like that, and I think it's
So
worked quite
amazing.
well.
Yeah, no, so amazing. So really quick, because I have a bunch of questions for you. So where can I'm going to get cooking, and then I have more questions. So just since we're talking about the book right now, where can my viewers, my listeners on iHeartRadio right now and all the other radio stations they're listening to, plus they're watching on Apple TV, Mogul TV Global, and we're on Roku, Amazon. So where can my listeners and watchers and viewers out there find this amazing book of wisdom?
The usual place is Amazon. You know, you can get it from Amazon very easily, I think. And it's in Kindle form and in paperback form. And I'm thinking of doing an audio book too. So
yes.
Well.
Oh, I could listen to you. I really think you should definitely do it. I think you're so calming, and how cool to listen to this story in audio. So no, I'm for you doing that. But I like to also just kind of take some time and read, and I like that as well. I'm so excited for all that. So you said Amazon. You also have a website out there. Can you let us know what it is, and how also can we reach you?
Yes, definitely. It's jennyrook.com, very easy to remember. And my email, which is on the website as well, is jenny@jennyrook.com. So it's very easy to get to me. And I will always reply to you, anyone who gets to me, because I'm just so delighted that
Yay! Oh, that's so awesome. So guys, check out jennyrook.com. That's JENNYROOK.com. Check her out. She's amazing. Look, I think we even have you scrolling down the screen down there. Yay! My producer rocks. Thanks, Alicia. You're the best. At least giving a shout out to my producer out there. Okay, so we are going to make really quickly spinach and artichoke dip. And I'm putting a little spin on it today by adding chicken. And if you don't want your chicken meat, crab is also amazing. Okay, so quickly, let's get this rocking. So what I do is before I cook anything, I'll either use those slow cooker lining bags. I'll get a turkey bag and cut it up and put it over the slow cooker. So it's just so easy to clean up afterward. You're like, pick it up, boom, throw it in the trash. You're done. Clean crock pot. But if you don't have that, which I don't today, I spray my slow cooker always with non-stick cooking spray, or I also, if I don't have that, because we're always on budgets right now lately, is I'll take a little bit of oil, put it on a paper towel, and just rub it around the slow cooker. Or if you don't want to use a paper towel, use a towel with some oil. So like I said, we're all on a budget right now. Taking my lid off. We're going to cover it later, but right now I'm just taking it off. So here we go. I sprayed my my slow cooker with non-stick cooking spray, and then I put a block of cream cheese in here already. Now I put it in first because it was cold, so I wanted it to start like melting a little bit already. So what you're going to do is you're going to get a block of cream cheese. Okay. Then you're going to get a bag. And I was saying earlier, you can use fresh, spinach, but we have, and a lot of recipes call for the frozen, because then you'll have a little bit of extra liquid that's going in your slow cooker. So I take my bag of frozen spinach, put that in, boom. And then, my cheese was blocking that today. Boom. I'm going to get some more overhead cameras. I think that's going to be the whole thing soon. I'm excited to show you guys. But for now, we're here at home. We're doing it ourselves and we're having fun. So I also then I'm going to use a container, a 16-ounce container of, I have spatulas and everything. I got gadgets everywhere. So it's like boom, boom, boom. Okay. So I am going to use 1 cup or 1 16-ounce jar or container of sour cream. I'm just going to put that in here because this is going to be a creamy dip. This is not just for you to eat. You're sharing this. This makes so much. I know my neighbors are probably going to smell it and come over. Hi, Jen. Okay, so I know my mother-in-law is watching. She always cooks amazing dips too. I love when my mother-in-law or my mom tell me that they love my food. It was like the coolest thing because when we live about 2 hours away from them, and it's not far, but it takes a while for everybody to come out to visit, or we have to go there. And normally when we visit them, they don't want us to cook because they're cooking for us. And then normally when they come here, they want to take us out to dinner and, have fun and share time with the kids. So I've been blessed lately with the pandemic and just other things. We've been kind of cooking more at home, and I love it because they're actually like eating my meals and they're giving me compliments. And I don't know, that's like the best thing. So, I mean, does your daughter cook, or are you a big cook?
I'm a pretty good cook, but I'm fortunately married to a man who is a brilliant cook who loves doing it. So I don't have to do it anymore. It's just lovely.
Yes. Or get a man that cooks. That's amazing. I love to hear that he cooks. What's like his favorite dish that you just like love?
He does a lovely Dover sole with what he calls a cherubim sauce, which is a sauce made of red peppers and butter and cream and things. And it's delicious. It's just lovely.
Oh my goodness. Okay, after the show, if he's allowed to share this recipe, I need it. Like, it sounds so good. Okay, so this is a stick of butter. I know, guys, health conscious. You can take it out if you don't, but it's just a part of the dip. It goes in. It's so good. All right, can of chicken, or you can use your own cooked chicken, but that's the spin. Or you're going to get a can of crab and pop that in. And I'm telling you, it is going to be so delish. All right, guys, I'm also going to put some Parmesan in, 1/4 tablespoon of Parmigiano. Now, some people, when they're making spinach and artichoke dip recipes, I noticed some people put mayonnaise in. I'm not doing it today because my husband's a little picky with that kind of stuff. And so if you want a little extra cream, some people add milk or Greek yogurt or a 1/3 cup of mayonnaise. So you pick, what you guys like. That's what's so nice about this. But today I'm not using it, and you don't have to use it. But if you want it even more tangier or zingy, go ahead. So you're going to use a bag of shredded cream cheese because this is going to make a yummy dip. You're like thinking, wow, that's a lot of cheese. But again, this is going to feed a lot of people. I mean, if you can actually have the whole neighborhood, you and my kids, the whole neighborhood. You're just going to mix this together. Oh my goodness. It smells so good too. All right. Then and also at the end too, I like to put lemon juice in. So, okay, let's go back to this book. So, you were inspired. You wrote everything down. Now, how did you tell your family, okay, I am going to read this book now?
They all think I'm nuts. I come from a family of atheists, materialists, completely nothing exists. Where all we've got is what's here now, and that's it.
Exactly.
And they all think I'm completely nuts.
Yeah.
Fortunately, I've got some friends who I've met since I got into the spiritualist stuff. So I'm not completely isolated with
it. You have some spiritual friends now, right?
I do. And my daughter is quite in favor of all this. She's on that line. So that's all right. Yeah.
I love that because, she, out of everybody, you have been going through in life, this is a whole different way. And how awesome your daughter's there to anchor you and sway you over, what I mean? Like, it's okay, Mom. Yeah. I believe you. And we're hard. We can be like us daughters. We can be hard on our moms, and so, I mean, we're always here to look out for our moms. I know I love my mom to death. I love my mother-in-law to death.
It can be a very complicated relationship, though, can't it?
Yes. Oh my goodness, yeah. And you changing careers and going through all that. I'm surprised she wasn't like, Mom, you going through something?
Well, the other side to all this as well is that I've had 3 marriages.
Yes. Okay.
So I'm on my third time lucky, I think. Yes.
3rd time's a charm. That is so amazing. You know what I mean? And that's okay. What you went through was okay. I mean, I think we have this stigma against, okay, how many times can you be divorced? How many times can you be married? How many times can you be in relationships? I mean, so many people change.
Absolutely. And when you think about it, it's quite reasonable because the first marriage broke down and on the rebound, I very quickly found myself with somebody else who was completely wrong for me in every single way. But having done it and moved the children out and everything like that, it seemed like the only thing to do. And so in the end, that, of course, collapsed as well. So then I thought, well, I like being married. I like the institution of marriage. So I went on the dating sites for about 2 years and had a whale of a time and then met my Oscar. And that was it.
Wow. Well, Oscar seems like the winner chicken dinner because he cooks. He's amazing, and he's still here.
He is. He
And I
is.
love that he supported you through all this, and
Yeah, and he has
definitely.
supported me in getting the book ready and everything, even though he doesn't believe in any of it. And he says, I'm engaged on my pixie stuff. That's what he calls
Oh,
it. He says, have you polished your broomstick recently?
yeah. But I mean, isn't that what love's all about? Is loving somebody for the way they are, and
Yeah.
not they don't have to like what you like. I mean,
No, exactly.
I mean,
Exactly.
yeah, because I feel like sometimes people, when they're looking for relationships, they have to find somebody, say somebody that they're just like to swim. Okay, they're just finding people that like to swim. Like, no, like put your change your likes on your dating,
Yeah.
your
Yeah.
preferences on your
Yeah.
dating apps, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and just look for someone that the person. But okay, so I love that he supported you, even though he didn't believe in it, and he's still, there for you. And that's so awesome, because I know when you're going through changes, or you want to change your career from an author to a therapist to going back to a book that is totally different. It's this one's fiction, this one's nonfiction, right?
Yeah.
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 And so that was totally different as well. Okay, so I want to go back into some more questions. I want you to share something that you want our audience to know about you and to get out there, because our interview is going to be ending soon. This always goes so fast, but I wanted to tell people while we were talking, I did add my salt, and I did add my 1/4 tablespoon of my minced garlic. So you're going to add that as well. Okay, so guys, I have all my ingredients in, but a lot of people always say when you're making spinach artichoke dip, it's always good to slice up a little bit of lemon and squeeze it on, and the lemon juice just makes it amazing. So that's all we're going to do. I'm just going to quickly mix this up, and then we're going to cover this and cook this on high for about an hour and a half, and it's going to be so creamy. And I'm going to take a picture. Actually, we have a picture. My producer will put it up when she has a minute. Oh, there we go. Yay. Let me look. Oh, see, I already put lemon on that too. Oh my goodness. That's okay. By the way, that's a picture of the dip that I made many years ago. It's the same recipe, but I had a different oven then. That's what's so fun, guys, when you're first moving and stuff, newly couples out there.
It looks really delicious.
Yeah,
Yes.
thank you. 20 years later, my husband and I have been here. We have a 15-year-old, but my whatever like family will come visit. It's like, wow, you got a new fridge, you got that. It's like all the adult stuff that we look forward to now in this age. But it's so neat to see different pictures and things that we've done and grown on Crockpot Moms. If you guys need more recipes just like this, or want to watch awesome interviews, check us out at crockinmoms.com, YouTube, Facebook, everywhere. We have awesome recipes just like this. And I'm going to mix this up more, but I did want to just show you too, like what it looks like. And it smells so good. Oh, it's going to get creamy. And if you want it even more creamy, like I said, you can add a splash of milk. You can add some Greek yogurt. It's all about, your taste and textures. And I'm going to go get Levi real quick so he can say bye. One of the things I totally forgot to add, though, and I already told you guys, is the artichoke parts. But remember I told you I wanted to cut them up a little bit. So when you get the jars, sometimes they come out like...
It was all hard copy stuff that we sent off and so on.
Oh my goodness,
there
so you're
was
a
no
scholastic
social media.
book author, and
Yeah.
that was all paperback back in the day.
Yeah, I know. It feels really weird that, when I was sending it around conventional publishers to see if they would take it, they all said, well, where's your social media platform? How many followers have you got? And things like that. And of course I hadn't got any, I'm not really into that.
What did they say?
Well, eventually I did it through, what's it called? Hybrid publishing, which is, it's a proper publisher, but I put a bit towards it. And they then give me most of the royalties and the control over what it looks like, the book. Oh. So I could choose the cover, which I never could with my other books, which is really nice. Yes. Yes.
Because I feel like it's nice because this time you're writing something completely from the heart.
Yeah.
You're writing something with a mission, and you just I loved it, because a lot of people, I think, they have to have all these followers too. And I know a lot of